Hey, welcome back, everybody. What took y'all so long? I've been here waiting. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I'm going to create the support fixture using Inventor, which, if you're following along in the class, that is number 6 on page 5-33. So I'm going to kind of, this project, or this part, it looks very complicated. I'm not even going to lie. I was like trying to figure it out in my head, and I've come up with a solution that I'm going to give it a shot and give it a try. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start a new part file. I'm going to use English Standard. I'm going to go to Create. I'm going to start a 2D sketch. This time I'm going to use the YZ plane here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with a rectangle with a 2-point center. So I'm going to click my center, kind of drag it out. Just going to draw a random rectangle there. So now I'm going to add my dimensions onto it. So the height of this thing is 3. I know you're wondering, what are you doing? That doesn't look like anything what I'm seeing on the part. I know, just bear with me. We can do this. I'm going to dimension this is a thickness of 1. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to click the little home icon thingy. I'm going to extrude this thing, but I'm going to extrude it using the symmetric direction. And this whole thing is 7 plus 1.5 on each side, which is 7, 8, 9, 10. So that has a distance of 10. Just making sure, yeah, 10. All right, so I know you're like, dude, there's circles on each side. There's not a block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fillet, and for my radius here, that has a radius of 1.5. And then for my edges, I'm going to pick this 0 where it says 0 selected. I clicked on it. I'm going to select these edges on this block on each of the 4 corners. That rounds them off nice and hot looking, right? And apply. All right, so then what I want to do is I'm going to use the hole command, kind of cut those circles out. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click the face. So I want to put those holes on this face, and then I'm going to click the edge of this kind of circle part here, half circle. I'm going to click that. And what that does is it centers my hole. That sounds kind of weird. Don't do it. Anyway, so it makes it concentric. All right, so I'm going to go here. I want this diameter to be 1.5 there. I'm going to do the same thing I just did. I'm going to click this face. I'm going to click the edge of this half circle. It's already 1.5, which is what we want. I'm going to hit OK. So there's that kind of first kind of part of our part. So now what I want to do is, I'm going to go up to origin here. This is important. I'm going to click the little plus. Where you see the X, or where you see the YZ plane, I'm going to left click it. Now I'm going to right click. I'm going to turn on visibility. So that kind of turns that plane on, makes it shows up. So the reason I did that is because when I go to, I'm going to start my sketch, my new sketch on this plane. And then I'm just going to draw like a backwards L shape here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm using my line tool here. I'm going to start this top right corner. Make sure you get that green dot. And I'm just going to create, like I said, a backwards L. I'm not worried about the dimensions right now. I'm going to come over. I'm going to dimension this thing. So the thickness of this piece is 1. The thickness of this horizontal piece. Put it here. It's also 1. From here to this edge is 2.25. And then the height of this thing, it's from the center of this to the top. So I'm going to grab the center dot here. A little green dot. Let me zoom in so I can see that. So from the center of this origin here up to the top, I'll drag it out. That is 5 plus 2. That's 7. All right, so there's that. So now I'm going to extrude this. Not extrude. I'm going to finish my sketch. Now I'm going to extrude this sketch here again. I'm going to use a symmetric, so it's even on both sides. This distance here, it's definitely not 10. That is going to be the same as that diameter, which is 4. All right, so now where can we go? Okay, so I'm going to use my fillet command again. So I'm going to start with this. The fillet of this edge here is 0.5, has a radius of 0.5. 0.5. I'm going to click on the selected. I'm going to select this edge. I'm hit apply. And then the fillet of this, or this radius back here is 1.5. So I'm going to change this to 1.5. Select this back edge there. Apply that. And then I need to kind of make this curve at the top. So that has a radius of 2. So I'm going to change the radius to 2. I'm going to select this edge here and here. Hit apply. There we go. So now what I need to do is I'm going to look on the view keeper. I'm going to click this top back corner. Kind of spin it around a little bit. I want to start my 2D sketch on this back plane here. I'm gonna go up to where it says project geometry. Project geometry again. I'm also select this top arc here, because that's going to give me the center point that I need to create this. Actually, I can do another hole instead of using the circle. Or we can do the circle. We can do that. So I'm going to start this circle here and drag it out. And then dimension this thing. That has a diameter of 2. And finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this thing. Extrude cut. And it's going to be through all. And hit OK. Oh, you know what? That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, yeah. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay, anyway. Yeah, okay. I meant to do one thing and I did the other. I'm gonna start my sketch again on this one here. What I meant to do was, I'm gonna draw another circle, center point here. If you don't get the center point, I just move my mouse or my cursor to where it kind of touched this circle and it pops your center point there. So I'm gonna go from here to here. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to extrude this this part out by 1. It actually worked out okay. I meant to make this piece first and then cut the hole all the way through both of those, but it worked out in the end. So there's our piece, right? Let me click the home to flip it back around like the angle the book shows. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this visibility of this plane back off. So if I go up here where you see the YZ plane and just right click on it, uncheck the visibility, I'm going to change the color of this because I like to get fancy. Orange, red. Oh, I like that. And then make sure you save it. I'm going to save it. I think I already made one of these. I was practicing. So I'm just going to name this Support. Support. I already have one. I'm going to name this Support Fixture. If I can spell, I'm going to name it Support Fixture 2. Hit save. All right, there we go. So yeah, that's kind of I'm not sure if that's the way most people would do that part, but that's the way I figured out. It's kind of, works best for me. Anyway, there we go. All right, peace out.